let's go kits first, because,
Okay.
we
have a lot to say about this.
I don't know what you think, but, personally, I was not a fan of all the backlash. I don't think they're that bad, to be honest. Like, they're just like, Nike never does anything super cool unless it's like the Nigeria kit, which is
they always
always
go crazy
insane.
with them.
Yeah, honestly, I don't mind them. They're just like, if you look at Portugal's is terrible as well. Like, Nike never and I agree. Like, some people are saying everyone hates the kit until like they do well in them, and then they're like, "Oh, this is an iconic jersey."
No,
and it's
that's facts.
It is true. Like, I don't know. I don't mind them. I don't think they're the worst ever in like U.S. history, which people are saying.
Some people have been saying.
Yeah,
okay,
it's a bit ridiculous.
Do you have them up? Like, can you see them? Because like I don't know if you've seen this yet, but do you like, and if you're listening, just try and pull up the kit so you can follow along with me. Like an Oreos box, and how it has the little peel tag on the top where you peel it open. It looks like we're wearing an Oreos box. Like, I'm not kidding.
It's fair.
That's the one problem I have with it. Like, I don't understand the shape of the tag thing on the top. If you're watching, you can see if you don't have it pulled up, they have like some tag on the top next to their like collar, or where their collar would be, and it's such a strange shape. I just don't really understand it, but I do think that the USMNT badge in the middle is pretty clean. I do like that.
I do. Like, with like the thing in the middle, the little like whatever you called it, the Oreo thing.
We'll just call it the Oreo thing.
Nike, that's just like what their template is this year, and people don't really get that. Like, when Nike, they make a new template for the kit design every year that's used across every team that uses Nike as their sponsor. So like, it has that weird thing, and a lot of other clubs have it. So I don't know. I really don't get why they put it, and should have just made it all white.
That's what I'm thinking.
Probably would have looked a little better, but
the template's there, but they keep it the same color. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
Nike has the same. You're right. They have it's like a stitch pattern because they want the best feel for the players.
Yeah.
But we decided it would be like, and this is like an exaggeration, obviously, but it would be like if you had a strange stitch pattern where there was like a circle under your armpit, and then we just decided to color that red.
No,
like, just like
fair.
where their armpits are. I'd be like, why are you doing that? And like, it's obviously not that bad, but it still is it's a bit strange to me. But the rest of it's fine. The shoulder, the like little stripes on the shoulder are okay.
Yeah.
The badge in the middle, I think, is really clean. I mean, the rest of it's white, so it's like you can't really go wrong with just that. But like you said, if we perform well, like for example, if we get out of our group and it's a memorable World Cup, and I know I'm just saying get out of our group. We'll talk about expectations later, but I'm just saying, like, bare minimum, if we get out of our group and people are nostalgic about this time, people are going to love the kit.
I agree.
Because it's unique.
The blue one, I think I like the blue one more. I think people dislike the blue one more sometimes. Like,
yeah, for reference, we were talking about the white one, just for everyone who's wondering.
And have you seen England's new ones this year?
No, I have not.
So they're away. They did the collar, and it's like red with
I think I know what you're talking
blue
about.
swoosh.
I think I saw it, but I didn't like register it like too much.
So that's a different template other than the one that a lot of other teams are using. I wouldn't mind a collar jersey for the U.S. We haven't had one since like I think the last World Cup, right? That white one with the collar. Do you remember that with like the stripes?
A collar jersey is pretty nice. I think
it's always nice. Yeah,
it's slept on. I think it's classy, and it's also relatively comfortable. I think people always think like, oh, the collar is going to be uncomfortable. It's going to get in your way. Like, no, it's pretty comfortable. It's classy. It's almost like wearing a really comfortable golf shirt while you're playing, which doesn't bother me at all.
Yeah,
like I think it's fine. So I don't know. I think that would be a good way to, and I think it like sort of makes a statement, like just in a way, like we're here to do business. And I know that's like kind of maybe stretching it, but I do think it matters like what you wear and like how you present yourself as a team. And so I think it would make a nice statement, especially because I think that this World Cup could definitely be the USMNT's breakout sort of time where they're able to not only get back to the level that they were at maybe 10 years ago or 8 years ago, but I think they could go farther. And I mean, I think many pundits have said this, and we'll get into squad depth, but we have a deeper squad than we ever have. We have a more talented squad than we ever have. But the difference between the older ones that gritted it out and were able to get farther in competition compared to this one is that passion factor. It's that representing your country factor. We have such a young team that right now I think we struggle to find that, you know, fire inside of us. Kind of like if you have a bunch of transfers or young guys coming into a team and then you play like a derby match. You know, it's just not there as much. So I think that's like, and just tying it back to the jersey, I think that's like all those little details. Like if you put a collar on the jersey, if you try to make it look classy and clean, if you represent yourself well, I think that those can help sort of emphasize what we're trying to do and what we're trying to stand for. So I do think that would be clean. Like I would definitely like to see a collar, but I mean, at the end of the day, the jerseys were chosen. The backlash was definitely not warranted, but I don't like the Oreo design.
Yeah,
like
I think that's fair. Yeah,
that's sort of my opinion on it. But I mean, like, have you ever seen a jersey come out except for Nigeria's that people did all sort of communally say this is sick?
No, like really, it never happens, and usually it gets to the end of the season and people are like, "Oh, this is an iconic jersey."
Yeah,
no,
it's always
it happens all the time, but we'll see.